We are live.
Can you believe it?
No, I really can't.
Second anniversary, but our very first live.
Yes.
How's everybody? How are you?
I'll tell you after it's over.
Okay.
Mhm.
Let's see. Okay. So the first thing we're gonna do is kind of talk about how this happened. It's 2 years. I cannot believe that we've been doing this for 2 years.
Right, I was kidnapped.
Oh, that's your story, and that's what you're gonna stick
I'm
to.
sticking to it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Lord gave us the vision to talk about mental health and talk about family and definitely faith because everything, for at least in our view, relates to the Lord. So we started this with faith, family, and mental health.
And we're still faith,
Faith,
family, and mental health.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Now, that was the vision, but then became reality.
Mhm.
How did this was really crazy because the thing is neither of us has camera experience. You used to be a church secretary, but you used to direct the choir,
Yeah, I stood in front of people.
right? And I've been on TV once when I wrote my first book, and I went to a local TV station to promote it
Mhm.
for like 10 minutes or something like that. That's my camera experience.
Well, hey, we pros here. Mhm.
But the first episode we recorded, which was not the first episode that was published, was the one about hugs.
Yeah.
Uh,
The importance of hugs.
what do you remember about that?
I remember my husband to this day. He's still talking about y'all need at least 12 hugs a day, right? Come on, get your hugs. So yeah. Well, I mean,
let's see. We have a 2,
mm,
and looks like an S, but we're special.
it's a 2.
It's a 2.
Mhm.
It's a 2.
And
for anniversary.
it represents our second anniversary.
There we go.
Yay.
Yes, as a first live, I expect everything that can happen will happen.
Okay, well, good then.
So we are really good for
Won't
that.
be a surprise.
No, that first episode that we recorded, we had 12 times,
12 takes.
12 takes.
Mhm.
And it was a short one. It was like a 20-minute episode. It was not even like an hour.
It was 12 takes. I remember.
Yes. Well, I think the primary thing is I had no idea how to edit. And we didn't think at the time, because it was the first time we were recording, to go ahead and do the whole thing and cut it off and later and fix it. Every time we made a mistake, we started all over again.
Yeah, we did.
Yes, we did. That was kind of crazy. But the actual first episode that we published was with Nate Stewart about the mental health
in the church.
And it was the stigmas of mental health. And I had met him years ago when I was working with Celebrate Recovery, and he was working with Celebrate Recovery. And he said something that really touched me. It was about how people think about when somebody's diabetic, about the pancreas, when somebody has cancer, or wherever the cancer is. But people don't think about that mental health comes from the brain, and the brain is an organ anyway. So the fact that some people need treatment and medicine and all that fun stuff, the whole stigma of you just have to pray more, you just have to give it up and not seek medical help, is not built on reality.
No, it's not built on reality. Because too many people have been told you need to pray more.
Yep.
You're not as spiritual as you claim you are.
Right.
Mental illness is a disease like anything else.
Absolutely.
Just like obesity.
Yes.
It is a disease.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay. And even if you lose weight, it's a disease under control.
Right.
But what about when you get flare ups or you
Mm.
start
Yes. Yes.
gaining
Yes.
weight again, or your mental acuity has been fine for a
Mm-hmm.
while? So
Mm-hmm.
everybody's like, okay, they're going to be all right.
Mm-hmm.
And praying that there's not another
Yeah. Another
uprising,
episode.
an
Mm-hmm.
episode that you're having. This is a disease you
It is.
never know
Mm-hmm.
when it's going to hit.
Right. And the issue, and one of the things we talked about in that episode that really touched me is one of those things that is an invisible disease.
Mm-hmm.
People don't, because
Mm-hmm.
you don't have symptoms. Well, you
Mm-hmm.
have symptoms, but not like, you can't have a blood test or
Mm-hmm.
something to that effect. People think it's just made up.
Mm-hmm.
Like you were saying, kind of obesity. I've been fighting people on social media for the past couple of weeks
Mm-hmm.
who think that obesity is just a lifestyle and not part of a disease. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And I've been struggling with it all of my life.
Yes.
Okay.
Me too.
All of my life. And still
yes.
trying to get it
Under control. Mm-hmm.
Under control.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
The other thing that we really had at the beginning was our technical system. We have Jill from Georgia who's watching us. Welcome.
She
Nice to
sounds
see
like
you.
a beautiful person.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Just love that name.
What inspired us to start the podcast? That's a great question. As a mental health professionals, because we both are, and Christians, we were seeing a lot of people who were struggling with getting help. They couldn't get help because a lot of people were telling them, hey, like I was saying, you have to pray more, you have to just spend more time in the word, you don't need a psychologist, you don't need medication, you need to let all that go. And as a professional, that really hurt my heart because I would see people who are really trying to please the Lord and are working hard in their mental health, and they were not seeking treatment because they thought it was lack of faith.
Mm-hmm.
So as a Christian and as a professional, I knew that was not true, and we needed to bring the light to the way,
That was a lie from the pit of hell.
right.
Okay.
You know who's here? Tabitha Westbrook.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Hey, Miss Tabitha.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank
She
you.
is our
favorite
domestic
sex therapist and domestic
and domestic
therapist.
violence expert.
Domestic violence / sex therapist.
Yes.
Hey, girl.
Yes. Thank you so much. I was actually looking at one of the last episode we recorded with her this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to have you again whenever you're ready.
Honey, yes. Anytime.
Our
Maybe
conversations.
get her once a month.
Mm-hmm. I think she's too busy for us.
I'm pretty sure she
But
is.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about the stories that we've had when we started was the equipment. Like, you and I did not know what we were doing.
No, we did not.
And we bought this equipment off of Amazon, to be honest. It was no, it was not.
It was too.
It was Temu?
Tell the truth.
I thought it was from Amazon. Oh, well, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
No wonder.
No wonder.
I swear I thought it was from Amazon.
And now we know why the guys at the music store
laughed
at us when we walked in.
I thought
and he said, what kind of
yeah, the sound
equipment. And we showed it to us about that
box.
big. And they laughed so hard. I'm like,
yeah, well, it was hysterical because we were having a lot of feedback and we couldn't, the sound was not coming clear, and so we were trying to get something going, and we went to this music store, and first of all, we didn't know what we were asking for, so we were like with the thingy majiggy, And he was like, I don't know what you guys need. What do you have? So we came to the house, we got the equipment
Put it all in a box
and all in a box. And
with the computer.
yeah, everything.
Mm-hmm.
And when we got there, they were dying laughing.
They laughed at us
because we were talking about Mason. Mason was what, 3 years, because it was 2 years ago, and they were like, "Give this to the baby to play with. That's a toy."
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised you've recorded as much as you have, because
Yeah.
we did like the first 6 months with that thing.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and then to finish that, when we brought it home, I couldn't unplug it correctly, so we had to take the whole thing again, and it was just a matter of me turning on one button. Yeah,
they laughed again.
Again, yes, it was really bad.
Yeah, but shout out to the guys at the music store on the Highway 78 in Park Place.
Yes,
thank you guys.
Well, after 2 years, one of the things that I think it's very characteristic of us is that we tell it like it is.
We try to.
I think that part of our purpose has been to dismantle stigmas and false ideas. But this year, our theme is unfiltered.
Unfiltered.
Why are we unfiltered this year? Go ahead.
Well, there's so much going on.
Yes.
No. Let me correct that. There's too much going on. Okay?
Yeah.
And it's like Joy asked me the other week, Grandma, why don't you and Naty do news podcasts like the other people? I said, baby, there are a gazillion news podcasts out there.
Mm-hmm.
What the people need is, after they listen to the news, they need to be able to come somewhere to get their mind back.
Right.
Okay? Because you lose your mind with everything that's going on. But unfiltered, we're going to tell the truth.
Absolutely.
We're going to tell the truth.
And we are going to be touching on even though we did, we're going to be even more bold in some topics.
Subjects that are.
Yes. For example,
quiet.
I can tell you about 2 episodes that are coming up. One is about obesity. We have a medical doctor certified in obesity medicine. And trust me, she's unfiltered.
She is unfiltered. Dr. Gordon, looking forward to you.
Then we also have an episode coming up about women in leadership in the church. How we're told, you can't teach, you can't speak, you can't lead. Can we? So we are going to be tapping more into those things that we need to talk about.
We do.
That are not biblical at all.
Right.
Guess who's here too? Our baby, Brooke.
Baby Brooke. Hey, Brookie.
Yes, we love Brooke. She is one of the most patient guests we've had.
She sure is. What, 3-4 times?
Oh my God, yes. We had to record that same episode because we had feedback. Probably was the equipment, baby. We're sorry.
And then we had a baby.
Huh?
Didn't he come in?
That was not with Brooke.
Oh, sorry. That was somebody else.
Yes.
Sorry, Mace.
Yeah. No. we had to record her 4 or 5 times. But no. That was when we did the episode on Winter Blues.
Yes.
It was Saturday night. We had come from church, and he promised that he was going to stay in the room with the tablet. She knew.
He promised.
Yeah.
Her.
Yes, she knew. She knew. But I tried, and in the middle of we're trying to record, boom.
Yeah.
He jumped over here and it was, you were mad that day.
Oh, let me just say, I was a little heated, so much so that when I left here, I just walked straight out of here and didn't say a word. I just grabbed my stuff and walked out.
She was really upset.
And
let's see. We've interviewed so many people.
Yes, we have.
Tom Snow comes to mind. He's
Yes.
been with us about 3 times, and he will
Yes.
be with us soon as well.
Yes, he will.
He is somebody who actually has deconstructed a lot of concepts from the Bible and the church. So I know, I think by next month he's coming back. We had oh my god, I can't remember her name. The It was the story from domestic violence that his dad burned the house down with his mama inside.
Yes.
Yeah, that was
Yes.
Debbie, I
Yes.
think it was her
Yes.
name. She was an engineer.
Yes.
Um, but we had some fun ones. We did male mental health with
Mm-hmm.
Daniel
Mm-hmm.
Dasporek. I can't remember that last name.
Mm-hmm.
We had Beth Runkle,
Mm-hmm.
who talked about military families and
Yes.
Christmas.
Yes.
We've done a lot of fun stuff.
Yeah. We've been blessed to meet
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people
Mm-hmm.
from Australia.
Yeah, we recorded some Karen Thompson.
Mm-hmm.
It
It's
was
Karen. Don't worry about the last name,
no,
but
no, no,
just throw
yeah,
in the first name.
yeah. It was her birthday.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, I don't know what time of the day, but for us it was like 8 o'clock in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
which it's not easy for her to get up early.
Mm-hmm.
She's a night owl, so that was a sacrifice.
Yeah.
Let's see. How have you changed in the 2 years since you started the podcast? I'll let you start that one.
Um, we have more confidence in what God told us to do. Is that a good way to say it?
Yeah.
Yeah. We have more confidence that this is definitely what God told us to do, and for us to just focus on faith, family, and mental health.
The other question is, how has your faith changed or grown since starting? Well, for me, I've said I came because, we started this because we had a message. Like I said, destigmatize mental health. However, I've learned so much more. And one of the things I learned last week when we were interviewing someone is that I had the impression that deconstructing your faith meant that you were moving away from it. And that's not true. Deconstructing your faith is when you start realizing the real message of Christ versus the man made stories.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And during these 2 years, I have met so many people and I've learned so much from them that I have deconstructed a lot of ideas that I've realized that were man made. My faith has grown because I have had to do this with God. I could not have done this by myself. And, it's one of those things where he put me in this place where I can only depend on him. Usually, and we talk about that on the show a lot, I like to plan things and have them all organized, and I depend on me a little bit too much. And he has placed me in a position with this podcast that I can't do that. I have totally surrendered and depend on him, and that has brought me a lot closer to the Lord and has grown my faith and has had to calm my anxiety because I just know that he got it. And in the flesh, I sometimes go bite my nails, but then I remind myself he's still on the throne, he's still God,
Mm-hmm.
and I have seen his hand move in these 2 years in a mighty way.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no other option but to get closer.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Marcus is also with us.
From Lawrenceville, Georgia, Mark.
Yes, yes. Congratulations, lady. You're touching so many people and giving. Wait a minute. Let me move this thing because I can't see the comments of if not on my phone. Sorry.
And she has glasses.
It's not about the glasses. It's the fact that I thought I was going to see them here. Probably I clicked the wrong thing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Let me click here. Let's see.
Mm. Well,
Hold
while
on,
she
hold on.
while she's clicking,
Yes.
I just want
Yeah, here we
to
go. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I just want to thank everyone who has loved us, encouraged us, supported us,
Mm-hmm.
in every way, family, friends, people that we got to meet
Mm-hmm.
because of this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And just, we know that we've been covered with prayers
Mm-hmm.
because we've seen the hand of God. So
Absolutely.
we definitely appreciate it. And it's going to be said a couple more times before we say goodnight.
Well, I can read Marcus' message now because I don't have to use my phone. I can see it in the exact first live. So, congratulations, ladies. You are all touching so many people and giving support to so many who probably don't have a space to get the knowledge you ladies give on your podcast. Thanks, Mark. We love you too.
He sounds like such a wonderful person. I bet whoever he married to, they just, mm, mm.
Anyway,
But
yeah,
you know what? I'm
yes,
sorry. This may be at the end, but I'm just going to have to bring this up
yeah,
now. The difference in us from when we started 2 years ago,
hmm
we have an administrative
yeah.
executive
We actually
assistant.
have crew now.
Mhm.
It was all on us,
We
and
do.
so yeah.
And we appreciate
Shout out
it.
to Jillian, who is our admin and who has saved my sanity, helping with a lot of the work. So,
My
and
firstborn. Mm-hmm.
yeah, keep it in the family.
Mm-hmm.
But you know who we need to give a shout out to our first editor,
Ah, Simone.
Simone. Yes, our
Yes.
first year.
Victory Church,
Yes,
Norcross.
our first year,
Simone.
he did all the editing
Yes, he did.
that first year.
Yes, he did.
Because again, I had no clue what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
I took it over after that, but he did the whole first year, and we are very grateful
We are very grateful
for
to him.
for that too.
And we hug and kiss him every time we go to church and see him because I truly feel that he knows that we appreciated him and
Yes.
we tried our best to show
hmm
him that we appreciated him so much.
So I have a question that is, what has been the most memorable disagreement between the two of us?
What, us?
Yeah.
Me and you?
Yeah.
Um, no. What?
That's a lie.
Okay.
Okay. So you you guys know that we do daily affirmations, but we don't get up at 6 o'clock every morning. Those are pre-recorded. I mean, that's true. It's true. They're pre-recorded. We say we were going to be unfiltered.
It's gonna take all the magic out of it and everything. Some
No,
people think
I mean,
we actually get up at 6 a.m.
Okay, with the accommodations I've had to do with you, with what our problem was,
That's not possible.
they can tell
It's not possible.
because so in order for it to look natural, my expectation was that every time we record, we change shirts. But Missy here fights me the whole way through.
Well, when you got to do 30 or 31 affirmations, that means you got to change shirts 30 to 31 times.
And and I don't see the problem.
I know somebody feel me out there. Just gone in the comments.
So,
feel me.
and if they didn't know that we're pre-recorded, I had to accommodate you, and we record 2 affirmations per shirt, and they usually come back to back. So if they, do you think we're funky for 2 days with the same clothes?
I'm going for 3 days.
It's not
okay?
happening.
As soon as I put my top on this time, this switch.
You know what? Tabitha's right. We need to do the Steve Jobs and have a uniform.
Ooh, yes.
Why are you helping her?
Yes. Oh, like the polo shirts with the little 3 buttons, and then we have thrive.
It doesn't have to be looking like Steve Jobs, but something that looks good on us, please.
Well, we got on the same shirt right now,
We
and
do.
it says, "Our worship is loud because." our wounds are deep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh
That's
yeah.
why
New
I'm
day,
like,
new look. We're gonna have to. We're gonna have to because every time we record and I go change shirts, she has to, but it's a whole toddler tantrum to get it to change her shirt. And we go through this every month. So yeah. Branded shirts, stick your logo on it, and yes, that's an amazing saying, and you are golden. I think that's a great idea.
thank
I
you.
think that's a great idea. Yes, I like it.
Bless you. Oh, is that from Marquez in Atlanta?
That is our photographer.
Yes, he is our photographer, and we love
Yes.
him.
If you see the latest pictures that we took,
Mm-hmm.
he took those pictures.
Yes, he
We
did.
we told him to put us in super slim, and he made some miracles in there.
He did some, but hey, it worked out good.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, he's our
He is an
photographer.
awesome
Yes, he
photographer,
is.
videographer,
Yes, very talented.
skills.
Yes, very
Yes.
talented.
So if you want to get connected,
Yeah.
just give us a shout out
Yes.
and we'll send
To
you the
Quest.
information.
Yes.
Love you.
Um. Let's see. Quest is here. Yes, I see you.
Love you, babe.
Let's see what else. I'm not seeing anything here.
Look at you.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh yeah. Hey, ladies, congrats on the 2 years. You should relive. Could you, if you could relive one episode or moment from the past 2 years, which would it be and why? Wow, that's a good one.
If we could what?
Probably redo it if we could relive one episode.
Relive an episode?
Or moment in the past 2 years.
A moment.
It says, let me read. If you could relive one episode. We were saying, what fights do we have? You said none. We're fighting in the air, okay? If you could relive one episode or moment for the past 2 years, which would it be and why? Honest to God, it will be that for me. It will be that first episode, and it has nothing to do with the actual episode. It has to be with my OCD, with the fact that now we have a better setup and better technology. If you go all the way back, that looks like it was recorded in 1980.
Yeah.
And our table was kind of twisted and it was a mess.
And we were terrified of saying the wrong thing.
Yes, we were. So on the technical side, that one. Let me think. Ooh. One of the episodes that touched me the most was Kate Purvis.
Yes.
It was
15
she had
miscarriages.
She had 15 miscarriages, and she was talking about how the role of the church,
they don't support
not supporting people, especially if you already have kids.
Yes.
They say, well, you'll get another one, or you already have one. And she brought it to the light. And for me, it was personal because I've been in those shoes, and God has blessed me through other hands for me to be, raising a child. And when she called me on and she said, "You're a mom, your mom, your children are in heaven and you're going to see them, and what you're doing even on earth, you're a mom." And I just choked up, and
that's the show
thinking about it
had a breakthrough.
Yes, and the thought about it, just brings, no, I don't need, see, she's always doing stuff. No, I'm good. I'm not crying.
I'm ready.
but that day you had to, because we were not ready. She just left the camera, went and got some tissue.
I did,
because I choked up. That was very touching for me.
But it was that important for her to be able to go through a breakthrough that she never had from all those years back.
Yeah.
Of the experience that you went through, not once but twice. And that just, it helped me because it freed her.
Yeah, it really did.
We had talked about it before, but
Yeah,
I
that
had no idea that her
mhm,
breakthrough was going to come
no.
in the middle of a show. And
Yes,
that's what we're about.
yes.
That's what it's about. Being real.
Pamela Holmes, hi, Pam.
Pamela me ding dong. Hey, girl. Oh, yeah, that's my ya. Yes, you are, baby.
Okay, if you could have any guest in the future, who would it be and why? Jesus doesn't count. I have a whole list of questions for him. Why he doesn't count? But if I'd fully support him coming into the flesh and being on the podcast. That's what I said. I have a whole list of questions. I have a whole list of questions.
She sure does.
Oh yes, yeah.
It'll
Yeah.
probably be a 10-parter.
Well, I had a whole list of questions until I read the last chapter in Job, and I said never mind. So that took care of that. That's a good question. Who would like to interview, and why? See, I I honestly have not thought about this because the way our guests have happened, the Lord has put them in our
He
path.
sure has.
He has put in our path, talk about this,
Mm-hmm.
and the guest has happened. I haven't been like, ooh, I want to talk about this. And the only, and it's not a specific person, but the one after we did Kate Purvis,
Mm-hmm.
and we did Amber, who was dealing with postpartum. I tried to get a psychiatrist to talk about postpartum depression after a miscarriage, not after giving live birth, and I could not find one who would talk about that. The one that we made contact, he said that he had never, and he was not a psychiatrist, actually, he was a psychologist. He told me he had never worked with that scenario. So that's a topic that I know it was not explored. But a particular person other than Jesus, and like I said, I still have my list. I have to get back to you on that one because I can't think of anybody. I have topics that I want to talk about, but usually the way this has worked is we have a topic, something that the Lord lands in our hearts, and then the person comes up. Somebody says, I want to talk, and we're like, we've been wanting somebody to talk about this. So, yeah, I haven't thought about that too long.
Yeah, but when we had the episode with Kate Purvis,
Yes.
that even opened my eyes
Mm-hmm.
because a woman who has lost a baby
Mm-hmm.
is treated differently than a woman who's had a baby.
Yeah.
And the woman who lost the baby, she had the baby inside of her.
Mm-hmm.
It just did not live to fruition.
Right.
But she had a baby inside of her.
Yeah, and that's why she told me, yes, you're still a mom.
You're still a mom.
But usually people don't say you're a mom because you don't have an actual child, to hold in your hands.
And I'm sure that's a ministry a lot of churches have not thought about, but that's a ministry that needs to be thought about because we can easily get diapers and get bottles and pacifiers and all that stuff, all that cutesy stuff for our babies. But we need to have a plan for the ones who come back from the hospital without their babies.
Yes.
And you are still mothers.
Yes.
Yes, you are.
Tabitha says, I'm going to pray that God sends you the right one on that topic. I'm guessing they call it grief and not postpartum, but I sure bet they're closely related. I believe so.
Are.
I bet postpartum is getting missed. I do. And I think, and that was why I got interested into it, because after we talked about it, she talked about her experience with postpartum depression after miscarriages, and even I hadn't thought of that. But then I related back to my experience. I was like, yeah, it was grief. It was, but you still had the hormones, and you were coming out of not only the hormones, but now the grief of losing a child. So that was, yes, that's a topic that is still hasn't
and
been
unfortunately, it's more common than we think about.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, a lot of people don't even tell
They
others
don't
that
talk about
they're pregnant
it.
until they can actually almost be sure that the baby's going to be, because when they might not receive the support, they might not.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot
Mm-hmm. It is. It is. And the blessing from Kate Purvis, her husband was by her side
the whole time.
the whole time.
And she's about to have a baby. She's
Yes.
pregnant. She's about 8 months pregnant right
Mm-hmm.
now.
15 miscarriages, 5 live births, and prayerfully, in the name of Jesus, it'll be
Yes.
6 live
Yeah.
births.
And it's a
Yes.
boy. So yeah,
Yay.
we're praying for her.
Yeah.
How has our friendship grown or evolved through the stresses of deadlines and content creation? Who? Unfiltered. She just lets me rantle and rumble, and um, then tells me, what do you need me to do?
Makes my life easier, okay? I am older, I'm smarter, I'm wiser.
Excuse me?
Yes. I pick my
Smarter
battles.
for your age, not
I
smarter than
pick
that.
my
Right,
battles
let me.
wisely.
Yeah.
Okay? I do. And when it comes to her, I'm good. She'll whatever.
Yeah.
Just tell me what to do, tell me what we're gonna do,
Mm-hmm.
tell me what the theme is, what. But I do know that this podcast has truly strengthened our relationship.
Mm-hmm.
It's also strengthened our confidence in
Mm-hmm.
God first,
Mm-hmm.
but in each other.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because we both want to lift up
Mm-hmm.
and encourage people. The whole theme of our podcast is faith, family, and
Mm-hmm.
good mental health. Um, and especially with everything that's going on, we gotta have some good mental health
Look, I just
shows.
learned something. I learned how to put the things here.
Always learning.
The comments. Ah,
Always.
it's our first live. I didn't know.
So that even I can see them. Hello, hey baby.
When is the podcast tour? I don't know about the podcast tour.
What?
However,
The podcast, what?
tour going other places.
You know I don't like to travel. You know that if it's more than 20 miles away.
However, we can say something. Part of the new vision of Unfilter is to create community and get closer to our viewers. So this is our first live, but not our only live.
That
Uh,
was stimming.
uh, oh, don't tell me that. I will take you up on it.
Oh,
I come
Lord.
to Atlanta to see you all live. And you know I'm gonna put you to work.
Oh.
We're gonna have to record together, and we can do it in public or something and have fun. Oh my god, that would be so much fun. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. But we are the plan is
Mhm.
to do one live a month starting,
Starting.
uh so that we can connect with that audience, and because we have to do new things.
Definitely.
So yes, absolutely.
And I have a friend who had, I think this was her first live, Joanna McGee. I went on her live today. She owns a radio station.
Oh.
She is a gifted Christian singer.
Mm-hmm.
She also started a production company where she's been writing her own plays for years.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. And I happened to see it pop up on my phone today that Joanna McGee is live. So I clicked on it and sent her a message.
Tabitha, I'm sitting in my camper van right now. Just tell me the date.
Are the lights lit up in your camper that we remember?
You know, what I remember is her showering with the spider. That's what I remember.
No, through therapy, that has totally left my mind, but she's put it in again. So, Dr. Sanford Brown, I'm gonna have to give you a call soon. We
No,
talking
seriously.
spiders.
You will get a date by the end of this week. Then don't worry
Mm-hmm.
about it. I got you. I
Mm-hmm.
got you. Wow, that's exciting. I would love to. So
Definitely.
if you're in your where are you right now?
Anywhere,
Well, she's in the camper. No,
everywhere.
she's somewhere.
That's where she is in her camper. Everywhere, and that's the life to live.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
absolutely. Um, one of the things that like I say in building community is aside from the things that the Lord is putting in our hearts that we are to talk about, we also want to hear from the community. What are some of the topics that you're in Arkansas this week?
Yeah,
Ooh, okay.
yeah.
Cool beans. Yes, they are. And Vanquility says hi. I'll still hold that speed on the shower is proportional to the size of the spider with you. Oh my goodness.
Mm.
That is so funny.
Oh yeah, Mason gonna get a kick out of this because I can't stand for him to say the word spider, but he always come by me and say spider, spider, spider.
Just to mess with her.
Me, mom, spider. Mm-hmm. Because he said spiders are his friend, and I tell him, no, they're not. They are not. Mm-mm. Okay.
So what I was saying is, we also want some feedback from the community about topics that they want
Mm-hmm.
to hear about.
Mm-hmm.
I know that some of the comments that we've gotten from when our shows are on the radio is they want to talk about business.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the things,
Entrepreneurship.
entrepreneurship. So
Mm-hmm.
those are some of the things we're trying to get to this year.
Mm-hmm.
I know finances. We're probably going to have Ralph again. How to deal with
Oh
finances.
yes, Ralph was very good.
Very helpful.
Mm-hmm.
He helped us map holiday budgeting, but
Mm-hmm.
now we need
Everyday budget.
everyday budget.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I know there's an episode that we have coming up. We haven't recorded it yet about everyday meals for
Mm-hmm.
moms.
Mm-hmm.
With this, gasoline being $100 a gallon, and you know,
I think that's $100 a barrel, but you know what we mean. Okay. Mm-hmm.
yes. So,
And with food prices going
mhm,
up, we also volunteer.
mhm,
We are very, very serious about our community service.
mhm,
And we both volunteer at Lawrenceville
mhm.
Co-op Food Bank.
Yes.
And it'll be a year for me next month
Yeah.
that we've been there and we love it.
Well, and one of the things that as you talk about that, we do have a nutritional coach that we're interviewing at the end of this month. So that's
Mm-hmm.
a show that's coming.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the things that we're on our own health journey right now, and I've been watching a lot of stuff related, and one of the things that touched my heart was this woman. She depended on food pantries, and
Totally.
yeah, totally. And the doctor had very high expectations of what she was supposed to do, but she was depending on what she was given. So one of the shows I want to do is about how to make healthy meals with almost anything,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and how to get ourselves healthy
Definitely.
within our means.
And just to share, on Friday when
Mm-hmm.
we were at the pantry,
Mm-hmm.
normally Naty is up front because she's bilingual
Mm-hmm.
and she does interviews with people. I'm in the back because I'm
Special.
trilingual.
Trilingual.
Uh,
I know what trilingual
because
means.
I speak Spanglish instead of Spanish, they put me in the back, but that's okay.
Whatever
was,
helps you sleep at night.
Naty was with me on Friday, and we had to do produce.
Yes.
Remember?
Yes.
So we were taking fruits and vegetables,
Mhm.
and putting them in
the bags.
grocery bags for the guys and the girls to give out as the people drive around. We had so much produce.
Mhm.
We were telling them instead of giving out one bag per person per car, 2 or 3 bags, because we had so much good produce, so we will have that show to show you. If you depend on food bank,
yeah,
you can still eat healthy.
Yeah. Caroline in the house.
Miss Caroline.
Congratulations, ladies, on your second anniversary. To God be the glory. Yes, ma'am.
For all that he has done. Thank you, Miss Caroline.
She does. She does make up words a lot, but I can. Yeah, that was another comment that came here. But I can't fuss too much at her because sometimes I forget my own.
Oh, let's talk about forgetting words, people. All right, I was waiting for that. I knew it was coming.
Yeah.
When Chica here, that's my name for. I've never called that in public around other people, but about 10 years, that's been my name for her. But when she gets excited, she gets tongue-tied.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Well, because my brain is speaking both languages
faster than what's coming out of her mouth. And we were doing a show, and she was supposed to say jogging.
Oh, my God.
And she said, she was so excited, she said joggling. And she was going to keep going. I'm looking at her like,
look,
I wouldn't be who I am if I let you keep going with that.
No. Let's tell the whole story. And if you want to see what happened behind the scenes on that one, go to on YouTube. Bloopers. Yeah, in our anniversary show for last year, that blooper is included. We were recording. I think it was our Christmas episode. Okay. We had the antennas or whatever the antlers, reindeer, whatever. And when you corrected me, I could not breathe, and I was totally like I couldn't breathe. And you see the video where I have to get up to go to the bathroom, and she stays talking. Then she's coming back like we would have been live, and it's crazy. Yeah, but she kept talking on the microphone like if we had a live. I had to go.
I did. I said, I'm sorry. She had to pick.
And I came back. And that's when I realized, oh my God, it's still recording.
I love it.
So I did keep the blooper, and yeah, if you want to see it, it's on our episode for last year for our anniversary episode.
Oh yeah, we got some bloopers.
But I remember, I think it was on that first episode with Nate. I can't remember the word because you usually are pretty good at figuring out what I'm trying to say.
I try.
So I tried. I don't remember what the word was, but well. I'm stuck again. Religiosity. Thank you. That was the word. That was the word. And just like at that time, I couldn't get it out. But she now did. At that episode, I looked at her and said, what am I trying to say? I don't know.
I'm lost, baby. I told her I can't help you.
So both of them started laughing at the same time. Like, I'm trying to say something.
Well, you know what? I want to give a shout out to my mama.
Aww.
God rest her soul in heaven. And tomorrow it will be 10 years. I cannot believe that Veronica Chappelle Flamon Blair has been gone for 10 years. But you know what? Her spirit is alive and kicking. I promise you. I see it every day when I look in the mirror.
Language is a construct anyway. I mean, maybe we went back too fast. Maybe one of you will make up a word that goes viral and all Gen Zs and Gen Alphas will use it. Then you can put it on your branded
That'll be great.
She's always talking about making shirts.
I'm always.
She comes up with all kinds of phrases and is always talking about making t-shirts. I think we need to get into that with the Rising Muse somewhere and her sayings with t-shirts. I like that idea.
I didn't realize how much I love t-shirts until we started the podcast.
Yes.
Because my goal is that if I'm going to wear a t-shirt that has a meaning, it's going to be meaningful. Okay? I'm not gonna wear a Georgetown t-shirt. Never been to Georgetown, don't know where it is, don't know what state it's in, whatever, But I wear a Grand Canyon shirt. I
Oh,
swear I graduated my alma mater. But I like wearing t-shirts. I also like our podcast because it's casual.
that's
We tried to start off dressing. It took too
you
much.
took you took the words out of my
It
mouth.
took too
That's
much.
one of the things that has evolved because when we started, it was like the button-up shirt,
The blouses,
the
ooh,
the counselor look.
mm,
We let that go.
mm.
We really let that go.
Thank you, Jesus.
And she comes, I do the editing and the technical stuff, anything that requires decoration or including our wardrobe, it's on her. So she shows up with all kinds of t-shirts
and what she says when she's, I love it.
Just and that's kind of goes back to the question of how we have evolved within the podcast. Is we work together, but we each have our lanes. Like I do all the things I have to do, and you go like, okay, tell me what you want, and then you get there. With the clothes, it's the same thing. She shows up here with 10 t-shirts, and I'm like, which one you want me to wear? So I think cute and comfy is the way to go.
And
yes,
I'm glad we went that way.
Yes, and it is. I'm learning as I'm getting younger that I do not need. It's sarcasm.
That's what I look like. That's my sarcastic face.
That anything that makes me uncomfortable,
no,
doesn't need to happen.
No, I am too old
to be uncomfortable.
Okay, like go to a restaurant, right? You want to look good in your clothes.
Oh yeah.
Okay, but then you also want to eat. Hello.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can't go to Papa Do's. You can't go to Papa Do's with a full body girdle on, y'all. Don't do that.
They're not sponsoring us. Leave the name out. They say a fancy restaurant, they're not sponsoring.
That's my favorite restaurant. I don't care. I do it for free. I go there once a year. But yeah, no.
Yeah, we go. That's where we went.
We've learned a lot of what do you call it?
Being ourselves, because the reality
is it.
We don't dress up ever.
I have dressed up all my life. Okay, being in the Black Baptist Church. You had your Sunday go to meeting clothes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I have a surprise for you ladies. Book number 5 in the Loretta Owl series is coming out.
Brookie, yes. Baby Brookie.
Wait. And in the 5th. Hold on. You didn't let me read. And in the back of the new book, I acknowledge both of you. Oh, that's so sweet. That is so sweet. Tried it. It doesn't work for me. Joanna McGee. That's your friend?
Yes.
She's here.
Hey, Miss Joanna McGee.
Ah.
Beautiful voice, beautiful ministry, beautiful person. And been knowing her and her family for years. And my little sugar mama, who is what? Almost 30 now, or 25, 26, 27. Yes.
25, 26, 27.
25, 26, 27. When you get in your 60s, you just name a few ages. Pick one. What are you?
Well, Brooke, we just have to get together when that book comes out because we always have a spot for you.
There's always room for you, Brooke.
It's funny. One of the questions we had was what guests you have formed a relationship beyond the camera, and we have a few, but we call Brooke the baby Brooke.
She's my baby Brooke,
and she's someone who's very, very close to our heart. You both have inspired me and have given me a platform to share my story, and I'm so blessed to be friends.
Oh, we love you, girl.
Talk about bloopers. One day,
why are we gonna talk about bloopers?
Because it's funny.
Okay.
One day we were recording, but I did not realize that I had hit live. So we were recording when we were live. And here was poor Brooke. Hi, ladies. And I didn't see it because, as you could tell, I finally found the chat today. And when we shut everything down, I go, there's a message. And I was like, oh, we were live this whole time.
I know it.
So I had to send her a message. Baby, I was not ignoring you. I didn't know we were live. I didn't know we were doing.
She mashed the wrong button.
I mashed the wrong button. So, yeah. Oh, so sweet. 29, says Joanna. Not 30, 31, 35. Oh, she said 29.
Little sugar mama is 29.
You made her older. You were in the 30s.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. She's a beautiful young woman. She sings with her mother, and both of their voices together is just angelic. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Jaywana. Mm-hmm.
What podcast disasters have we had?
Really?
Hey, Unfiltered.
Okay, you go Unfiltered first.
Well, the first one was those 20 times we had to record with Brooke because Tabitha, I'm 50 and feral. Welcome to my club.
I know.
Welcome to my club. That's me. I'm in my 50s and feral. I refuse to be good anymore. I'm feral.
Then we leave church the other Sunday and somebody said, be good. I'm going to try, but I can't guarantee nothing. That was my response.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try, but I can't guarantee nothing.
Yeah. Go ahead.
What about when we taped all those affirmations?
That's what. Yes. Oh my God. We rarely are able to record the whole month in one day, even though they're short. Mm-hmm. So, but this time we actually had started early, and we did. Mm-hmm. And here I am going to start working editing. Not a single one had sound.
She called me. She had big eyes. I knew what that meant. I said, what's wrong? Girl, not one of those affirmations have sound. What?
Yes.
And the first thing I did was count how many times I had to change the shirt. And that's when we were still doing one shirt per day. Mm-hmm. Oh, I was not a happy camper. And we had to come redo it.
I think that's when you started having the tantrum about two shirts.
Yeah. But
she's like, I'm not doing this again.
It gave me an opening and I jumped through it. 2 shirts, 2 days.
She's still pushing for more than that.
I'm pushing for the whole month in the same blouse.
Brooke will be 27 next month.
Oh my goodness.
Early happy birthday.
I remember when I was 27, vaguely.
I had to think about that. It's been a minute.
I had therapy, so a lot of stuff is not there anymore.
Therapy is supposed to. Did you have hypnosis? Because therapy is supposed to help you process information, not forget it. Oh, shock therapy.
Mm-hmm. It's just some things you just got to shock out of your mind. Okay.
Oh my God! Yes, you are too crazy.
And that's why you picked me.
Did I? I didn't pick you. God picked you.
Okay. All right. All right. Put it on God. Yes.
Let me see. What other disasters have we had?
Oh, we've had.
Oh my God. Disasters. You had a wardrobe malfunction, and I was so glad that was not a day that I had hate life.
Janet Jackson.
Yes. It was in one of those shirt changes issues. And I was like, please, Lord, let me. We're going to go viral for the wrong thing.
Hey, if we're going live that day, I guarantee we'd be buying mansions now.
We're going to go viral for the wrong thing. Yeah, the Lord saved us on that one.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
Whew. It's been a lot in the last 2 years, and we've had opportunities, like we've been able to, be in the radio in Atlanta.
But we
The-
started off 1 day a week. And as of
we have
January
5 days a week.
2026, we're 5 days a week
It's a lot.
on WDJY
FM.
Talk Radio FM in Atlanta.
That has been a marathon.
Yeah, it has.
It's one of those things that it's not a good idea, but you jump in anyway. But I'll tell you the truth.
We've learned.
Here's the thing. Usually thank you so much.
Bless you.
I count on her to be my stopping sense sometimes. So when the offer came, I told her this is crazy. And my hope was she's gonna say, yeah, it's crazy, we're not gonna do it. And that was gonna be my thing for saying, okay, we're not gonna do it. And she said, oh yeah. And I'm like, why?
Well, she came to me and said, oh my God,
It
they want us
was
to go 5 days. I mean, she was all excited. And if I had said no, I was afraid she was going to bust out crying.
No, actually, that was gonna be my excuse to say no. I didn't tell you that.
We
I'm
were
sorry.
not on the same page
We
that
were
day.
not.
Okay.
But what we've been doing it now since January 1st.
5 days, Monday through Friday.
I have more gray hair.
A whole lot more.
It's not. I'm telling you now. I don't think past this year we're going to be doing that because Laura has a lot of other projects for us, and it's not sustainable.
I do know God has blessed us. We started off on talk radio in Atlanta, and because of Atlanta, we were able to go out to
Denver,
Virginia, Washington,
yes,
Denver,
yes, Arizona, San Francisco,
New Mexico.
We are on the streaming app Reveal.
Under reality TV.
Yeah, that was fun to me. Reality TV. Thank you so much, Joanna. Thank you. And it's just been 2 years. It's crazy. Yeah, the Lord has done some amazing things.
And our faith,
yes,
has definitely been tested and proven.
Yes,
lots of things. It's like whatever can go wrong will, and it has. And being able to still minister not only to ourselves but to the public on those hard days. I mean, really hard days. So yeah, a lot of emotional testing, but through it all, God has been faithful.
One of the things that really touches me is the fact that we came, yes, like I said, with a message and a command, but this process and the people that the Lord has put in our path has taught us so much.
Yes,
I have learned so much that sometimes it's like when you're praying for somebody else or you're preaching to somebody else and you're preaching to yourself. It's been a blessing to me as a person. How much I've learned, how great has been meeting so many people. But like I said, I have learned. I can't say it enough. I have grown from learning so much, from being exposed to cultures. We've interviewed 2 people in the United Kingdom, a man and a woman, and so we've learned how things are in other countries.
Yes.
I remember the Rob, real estate guy. We were talking,
young guy,
young guy, about how things are over there, how they work, and how they work here. So even though we haven't traveled physically to these places, we learned
to experience.
Baika.
Yes.
Baika is from Mongolia.
Yes.
Her episode comes not this Sunday, the Sunday after.
Mm-hmm.
She is an educator.
Yes, she is
Um,
online around the world.
around the world, and she tutors teenagers and
She's not 30.
no,
No, she's in her
in
20s.
her 20s,
Mm-hmm.
and she grew up in Mongolia.
Mm-hmm.
She went to Korea. No, I can't remember the other country, but she went to a different Asian country for some while. One of the things that we tend to think is that all their cultures are very similar. We learned that day that they're not.
Mm-hmm.
So she had some cultural shocks when she went to work to that other country,
Yes.
and we were talking about the education system,
Mm-hmm.
which we all know how our education system is,
Mm-hmm.
and all the difference in how she has had to adapt her mentality when she has U.S. students that are working with her.
Yes.
And one of the things that she did was she identified, especially among young people, the need to just have a space to talk.
Yep.
No
judgment.
Right. So she has social media live
Mm-hmm.
on a different platform where her students and other young people gather to ask, have a friend to ask questions or talk about certain topics.
Talk about things, especially things that they feel that they can't talk about with their parents, and she lets them know, if you want to harm yourself or harm somebody else, I got to let somebody know. But anything other than that stays between us, and the group. But if you're going to hurt yourself thinking about it, whatever, we got to get you some help, because that's how important you are.
Right. And she also does seminars for the parents.
Yes, she does.
According
how
to
talk to your kids.
Right. That kind of thing. We also had Imani. She also talks with Imani. Imani, who also talks to teenagers.
Yes, she does.
And she has seminars online.
Yes, she does.
Where in work groups with kind of the same concept, but she's in the United States. So she can relate to the culture in a different way.
And then you think about where everything that's going on in the world.
Yeah.
Every generation has needed an outlet. Because like I say, you can't always talk to your parents. There were certain things I talked to my mom about, but there were most things I didn't talk to my mom about. I talked to my friend.
Right.
But you have to have a safe place for young people, young adults, anyone, period. Because we're dealing with a lot.
Yes.
And you need to know that you're not alone. And there is hope.
There is hope.
There is hope. Yes. Now, there's a question. Guest preparation. How do you and Veda prep for guests? Do you have specific ways that you research or get into the right headspace? Yes.
I'm the researcher.
Go on, girl.
I'm the researcher. Yeah. I go into the deep bowels of the internet every time we get a guest to find out what they're about, who they are, what they've done. Especially because, again, this is I don't want to use the word safe space in this particular time. It's more like a sacred space in the sense that, for me, this is ministry. And I don't want to bring somebody that doesn't have, the right motives or the right foundation. We've interviewed people who are non-believers, but at least we know that. And sometimes when people present themselves as wanting to be guests, do you remember the guy that wanted to be in our podcast, and then we looked at him.
And when I looked him up,
yes,
he had his own podcast, and
don't make me mute you.
He had to bleep his words, the name of his podcast.
Yes,
it had to be bleeped.
Yes,
and he was Dr. somebody.
Yeah,
I'm like, I let her no.
So no. Yeah, and I'm a Christian, and I want to talk about faith, and when I talk about with you, and I can't tell people go to mess you podcast because I can't do that. So
and even on his podcast, he had a shirt and a tie on, and the big words behind him.
I didn't see all that because I let you.
Basically, his words were like, "I don't care," but they're in a more vulgar form.
Right.
Like, please, no.
Yeah.
I don't care how many doctors you got behind your name. No. Because we have a certain standard.
Right. So I do a lot of deep diving. There you go.
She will get caught up in a rabbit hole, girl, and I have to pull her out.
Yes, I do. My sleep is very limited, so I go into rabbit holes in a second, and I actually enjoy it. I like doing research.
She does.
Yeah, too much. So I dig deep. I look for the character of the person and what they've done, and if they have actually the credentials that they say to have. And because if they're coming to talk about their life experience, well, that's their life experience. But if you're telling me that you have some sort of expertise, I better see your name somewhere. So yeah, I do a lot of that. And then once I have a file, none of my guests knows this, but I have a folder for every person with all the research that I do. And then if we're going to be talking about a new book, then I look into the book, and then we make the questions according to that. But
also the list that you send to every.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, that's the prep. I send the potential questions because we're just having conversations, but in case we get stuck, and if the questions are also because we want to make sure that there's certain topics that we cover. So yeah, so I try to be very organized in because like I said, that's my side of the house. So I send the information with the questions and let the guests know where their stuff is going to be published and what date, and the aftermath is the links and all the media things that are being done. There's a good question here coming up. Let me
and see. When we started this 2 years ago,
no,
we had no idea.
We were flying by the seat of our pants.
As we were going, we would find out more and more of the things that it took for us to have a successful episode.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this was trial and error, really.
Definitely.
I look at our first episodes and I just shake my head the whole time. Where do the two of you see yourselves in the next few years? That's a good question.
Better health.
Yes, absolutely.
We're working on that. Number one, because we are
working on that.
Actively, purposefully, intentionally working on better health.
Yes. In terms of the podcast, I think I would like to see this community grow.
I would love to see the community grow.
And I have, I have a lot of ideas of things that we can do within the community. I think that at some point we're going to leave these four walls and be able to be within the community, talking to people and doing the podcast from places that remotely. Which is funny because when we were trying to get the equipment, we got everything that we needed to do that, but we've never done it. We did the whole plan of how we were going to do things remotely, and we've never done it. But that's something that has been there. I don't think a lot of the format is going to change. I think this works for us. We might change, some of the aesthetics of things.
Oh yeah,
but who we are is who we are. This is it.
You wake me up at 2 a.m, I'm the same person.
How do we wake you up at 2 o'clock in the morning?
I said, if you wake me up at 2 a.m, I am the same person that I am right now. I am, we don't put on airs. We don't pretend that we're somebody else. We are two Um,
What you see is what you get.
we black and Puerto Rican.
Yes. Yeah, what you see is what you
Puerto
get.
Rican. Feel
Yes.
like Puerto Rican.
Yeah, what you see is
Puerto
what you
Rican.
get.
Mhm.
But we want to be more involved with the community.
Mhm.
We want to be, you know, being able to provide more resources. I think that I want to get to a place where our show can, do some other types of group where people can talk about, you know, issues and support each other type of things. So that's my vision for the community and
Because
for this
our
podcast.
number one goal
Mhm.
is for the mental health community.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Mhm.
We want you to have good mental health.
Absolutely.
And there are so many resources out there
Hmm.
where you can be helped.
Yes.
Okay? Um, a person that knows they need help
Hmm.
and does not reach out for help, it's a sad situation. Reaching out for help makes you strong.
Hmm.
Not reaching out for help makes you weak. So think about it like that, because a lot of people's like, ooh, I don't want nobody to know.
Well, that's the
Well,
best part of
one
being a
thing they
therapist.
do know is that you have a big problem, because it always come out when you're in public.
Yeah.
That stuff doesn't stay behind closed doors. So if you let people know you got a problem come out of it, why not? Be proud of your therapy, especially when it's working. Shout out to Dr. Sanford Brown, Sanford Boone, my psychiatrist through Kaiser. Love you, girl.
Oh,
Kept my head on straight. Shoot.
we appreciate her.
Oh, I caught that. Don't think I did.
Talking about mental health, some of the things in talking about family and mental health, we did have an episode on childhood OCD, which I didn't know was a thing.
Yes.
Um,
We didn't know.
yeah, Marion Kennedy,
Mhm.
she did an episode for us. We had an episode for bipolar disorder. We had an episode for childhood ADHD and adult ADHD.
Autism.
Oh yeah, that was our second episode. Autism. And you know what? We didn't come around because wow, 2 years ago, because that was our second episode. We were going to come around and do adult autism, and we need to put that in a list somewhere because we haven't gotten around to come back and do
shout
that
out
one.
to Doctor in California.
Yeah, Jennifer Del Valle.
Yeah, Del Valle.
My college friend. No, it was not high school, it was college.
Okay, I have a question.
Sure.
Do you ever find yourself podcast talking in your daily life? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know why?
Why?
Because our podcast talking is a conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. And we did that purposefully. It's not like, oh, we stumble over that. We did not want our podcast to be
rigid,
right. Difficult, faking.
Right.
We just wanted to be who we are. And we found out in the last 2 years, God has given us a platform that we can be who we are. And every time we have a guest, and they're like, I'm nervous. Don't be nervous. We're just going to talk. That's all we're going to do. So people probably think, I guess to try to prove that you're really the professional or whatever that you say you are. No, we don't do that.
We've been the first first podcast for a lot of people, which it's been interesting that
yeah.
They go on a tour for their books or whatever, and we happen to be their first stop. So that's interesting.
And that's a blessing.
Yeah. We have a question, an interesting question here. Let me see if I can show it. How do you know when you are not mentally okay? Mine is easy. My brain, and I've said this, my brain just goes fast. When I'm not okay, Uh, I have anxiety. That's not a secret. I've said it for 2 years, and I've said it plenty of times. So I know that when my brain starts going faster than than what I'm supposed to do, I know I need to sit down somewhere, go to the Lord, and then after that, one of the things about our friendship is that we're not just co-hosts. We're friends. We're sisters. We really are all the time together. So I call her or she's already here and I tell her I just need to say something and then I and that's when I realize I need
She
to.
called me one night at 11 o'clock. Why you call me at 11 o'clock? Because she was excited about something. And she couldn't go to sleep
Mhm,
until she told somebody.
mhm.
So she said, aren't you excited? I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, that made me mad.
yeah, I'm excited. But she was like, but you don't sound it. No, I am really on the inside. I'm just jumping
Inside.
up and down,
That
you
made me.
know. Hmm.
How do we know when you're not mentally okay?
She says I bark.
She does.
That's what she said. She said, you're barking.
Uh-huh. She's usually like very laid back and stuff, and then all of a sudden she starts getting very irritable and lashing out, and I go, "You're barking. What's going on? Some's not right because
And
she's
I'll
barking."
say, oh, I am.
Yes, you are.
And she said, yes, you are. I'm like,
Hmm.
okay.
Yeah, yeah. She gets
Yeah.
very irritable.
But we've also realized it's okay not to be okay.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Hmm.
I mean, we're human.
Yeah. And I'd rather be truthful than to pretend. That's just too
Hmm.
much.
Hmm.
I'm too old for all that. That's just too much.
And one of the things that has helped us, and I can say especially me through this process, is we have talked a lot about self-care.
Hmm.
We have talked to our audience, we have interviewed people about burnout, about
Hmm.
self-care, and the reality is that has taught us that when are we going to take care of ourselves?
Hmm. Hmm.
Sometimes we have a lot to do, and we get to the point where it's like, wait a minute, maybe we can do 4 recordings on a particular day or whatever. We just need a day to sleep or
Hmm.
go do something.
Decompress.
Decompress, yes.
Hmm.
One of the things, the question about the rituals before we started the podcast, well, you did it today, but you did it in the living room. You didn't do it here. Crochet. You guys don't know this, but she's usually crocheting at her seat before I hit record. She didn't do it today, so she doesn't have it with her. But usually, I'm setting up stuff and she's crocheting right here. As soon as I said you're ready and I hit record, so that's
Now
one
I
of
have to put my stuff down.
yeah. So
But
that's one of her
let me just give you a
rituals.
little background on the crochet. We are also homeschool
Yes,
teachers.
we are.
We graduated our first student May 2025. Woo woo. With 99 other homeschool students in the state of Georgia came together for a colorful.
Hmm.
It was awesome seeing all those different robes and caps and how they were decorated and stuff. But yeah, we graduated our first student last year. We have an eighth grader.
Hmm.
Well, when he first came to us, he was a seventh grader,
Jesus.
and it was a big adjustment. Um, God gave us something keep us out of jail. Not her, but me. Keep me out of jail. So, the way my mom was an educator, and growing up in the 70s and in the 60s, there were certain things you could do with your children or do to your children that the law say you can't do today. And so since we can't do it, God gave her outlet for us.
Well, because she was ready to strangle. I tried to work things differently, but I was getting migraines. I think my blood
I
pressure
think it
is
was
going up.
that gentle parenting stuff he was doing.
Yeah, I try to. I try to reason before I go. Yeah. Anyway, so I was having these migraines that I've never had. That
A
no,
week, a whole
a
week,
whole no medication, no sleep,
nothing but help.
nothing took it away. And I said, Lord, something's got to give. My head's gonna
And I
explode.
was praying that she wouldn't have a stroke.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, this girl can't stroke out. I don't know how to turn nothing on in here. Okay, she needs to stay. So,
So I'm praying and I'm telling the Lord to give me something, and He tells me I need you to do something creative, and I'm like, what do you mean? This is creative. I'm a writer. He said, not work with your hands, and I was driving almost in front of the defunct, rest in peace, Joanne's.
oh Lord, I'll cry about Joey. Oh God, I'm still heartbroken.
We decided to start crochet 4 months before they decided to close.
Mm-hmm.
What? So I said, "Oh, you know what? I remember when I was like 7 or 8. My one of my aunts taught me kind of the basics of it. I said, okay, it's not expensive. You get just a skein of yarn and a hook, and you do something." And I got in the car and I called her and I said, I'm thinking of doing this. She said, "Oh, so you got me some too?" And I was like, "Sure, I did." And I had to turn around because I hadn't.
I crocheted 38 years ago when I was pregnant with my son Leslie. Had to be on 15 hours a day bed rest, threatening miscarriage.
Mm.
So I crocheted then. I did a big Afghan, different colors and stuff. But I put it down.
Mm-hmm.
That was 37 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
But I picked it back up a year ago.
Yeah.
This past December.
Yeah. And
It
honest to God,
works.
so I got to the house. I don't know if you were here at the
Nope.
moment, you came late or whatever. But the thing is, I was like, I don't know what to do. I mean, I remember the basics, but not too much of it. So I just grabbed a video and started doing something, and within an hour,
Mm-hmm.
the headache was gone,
Mm-hmm.
and the headache's been gone.
Mm-hmm.
But we had two things. One, we bought basically all the inventory Joanne
Mm-hmm. We
had.
did.
It's all in my living room.
Mm-hmm.
And two, we have so much stuff we've made.
Yes.
Bags and bags
You
and
know
bags
what?
of
We
stuff.
could take a tent and a
Yes.
couple of long tables
Oh my
and
God.
put all of our work on it and go to a festival or something.
Something. Oh my God. We have so many purses. We have so many. I have all kinds of things because I get bored
We
easily.
took our stress
Oh yeah.
and turned it into something
Productive.
productive.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I get bored easily.
she does.
She usually is the bag lady. She does
I'm
bags.
still doing the same
Same
stitching. I'm
thing.
happy
Yeah,
with that.
but I can't. I have to do different things. So I did my poor baby. I was trying to make him a frog.
Oh,
You remember the first
not the
frog?
frog girl. Mm,
I didn't look like a frog, but he loved it. He still loves that thing.
he does.
He does.
Mm-hmm.
But then once I got better at it, I made him a second frog. The second frog, I can, yeah, it's
And it
this.
looks more like a frog.
It looks like a frog, but the first
Mhm.
one,
Make the other one look like just a green block.
that's what it is.
Mhm.
That's basically what it is. And the first blanket that I did, we were trying to, uh,
I'm like, how did my blanket end up going diagonal? I'm
I
like, well, we supposed to be.
and we tried to. It's called frogged, which is just rip it apart. We couldn't. I don't know how the yarn got all tied up, but we couldn't do that. It was a
Girl,
mess and a half.
had to end up throwing that away.
Yes, that's
Because
exactly what
I'm
we did.
normally the one that I'll take a project or loose
Yeah.
because I
She had
like
the
making the
patience.
ball. It's a gift. I don't own that.
Yes.
So she gave me the purple. The
It was dark
purple,
blue.
huh? The dark purple blanket.
Oh yeah,
with
yeah,
dark
yeah, yeah.
purple, light
Yeah,
purple
yeah,
on
yeah,
it.
yeah.
And I remember because I was pulling it apart, and then I pulling it. I'm like, it's like she tied individual knots all across the. I'm like, girl, what did you do?
Yeah.
So we just had to scrap that one and
Yeah, we
start
just
all over. But I don't know how mine end up going diagonal. I have no idea.
we've gotten a lot better too.
We have gotten a lot better.
Yes, but
Mhm.
yeah, I've done placemats and cup holders. Because, like I
Mhm.
said, I get bored, so I need a different project.
Earrings,
Yes,
headband.
I did headbands and I did earrings and oh, Lord have mercy.
Hmm.
And I clicked something here. And right now, I'm making a huge blanket,
Hmm.
but then that is not a portable project, and we take our yarn with us.
Hmm.
So I started a bag Sunday when I went to the
Oh,
birthday
okay.
party.
She gonna move to the bags.
Well, it's the only it is that macrame yarn.
Yeah,
What else can you do with it
yeah.
other than a
I
bag?
just started on one too for Eden
Hmm.
Pink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have another question here, and it says, what advice would you give your younger self about mental health? Let's just start with that one.
That is gonna get better because my younger self, my mental health was a wreck. Hmm.
Mine would be start talking. Um, I held inside
Hmm.
a lot of stuff. And I think part of my passion over the myth of mental health comes from the culturally
Culture.
and personally as a student of behavior, you know, the whole stigma of mental health. Culturally, you could only seek mental health if you had like really chronic bad, not depression, but like schizophrenia, things like really 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 bad.
Hmm.
That's when you would go get mental health. Depression and anxiety, it's like just get your life together type of thing.
Hmm.
And I know in your culture is the
Yeah,
same way.
yeah.
But then, once I started studying, then it was like I can't tell somebody that I'm going to a therapist or something like that. I'm the counselor.
Hmm.
So, it was the stigma and um and the shame
Hmm.
of it.
Hmm.
And then again, and I was blessed that I never had somebody in the church tell me, no, don't go to therapy or don't take medication or don't
Hmm.
do that. But I did have people that I was mentoring that did. I will always remember, and this broke my heart because there was this lady, young lady, that she had bipolar disorder, and between the leaders of the church and her husband would not let her take medication because all she had to do was pray more, be closer to the word. But then when she had a bad day or an episode, then it was like, well, why you're not controlling yourself?
Hmm.
Because you need medication.
Hmm.
You you have a condition that
Hmm.
requires medication.
Yes.
Period. End of the story.
Look, I said for 2 years, and I'm gonna say it again tonight. I am the best version of a Christian that I can be when I'm on my meds.
And that was one of those God things. I was working the corporate job I had, and I had made a relationship with who was my boss at the time. She was a sweet, sweet lady, and I was on medication. She didn't know it. She was on medication. I didn't know it. And I went into her office for something, and I think she was taking it. And out of the blue, she volunteered the same phrase. She said, people talk about not taking your medication for mental health, but they don't understand. I'm a better mom. I'm a better Christian. I'm a better wife. I'm a
Hmm.
better employee when I'm on my medication,
Hmm.
because the thing is, you know, she had really major depressive disorder. And she said, when I'm not on my medication, all I'm thinking is harming myself. So I'm not reading the Bible. I'm
Hmm.
not serving. She was very active in church. I'm not serving in church.
Hmm.
I'm not taking care of my child. I'm not taking care of my husband. I'm not taking care of myself. I can't do my job. But when I am on my medication, I can do ministry. I can be a good mom. I can be a good wife. I can pray. I can be, doing all these things. And, it was one of those God moments because that freed me. Because that I think she was the first person I told her, but guess what? I'm on medication too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
um, because yeah, and I think that for me it was so freeing. But I think, and I remember we had already started working on getting the podcast, and the Lord had put this on our hearts and what. And I saw a video on social media. It was this man yelling at the camera about, you don't need medication, you don't need therapy, and I wanted to get through the
Mm-hmm.
camera.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I was so glad that I was soon to have a platform
Mm-hmm.
where I could tell people the brain is an organ, and trauma affects the brain. It
Mm-hmm.
rewires the brain.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes that means that there's balances that, get out of whack. And if you need medication, there's no shame in it. And not only there's no shame in it, that has nothing to do with your relationship with God. That has nothing to do with your faith. You are not ashamed of getting insulin.
Mm-mm.
You're not ashamed of
Chemo.
chemo.
Mm-mm.
You're not ashamed of the high
Surgery
cholesterol medication
and surgery.
and surgery if you need
Yeah.
it. In mental health, it's no different in that regard.
Mental health being taboo
Hmm.
for certain cultures for
Hmm.
centuries has really,
Hinder progress in people's lives.
it has torn up families.
Yes.
People have gotten killed.
Hmm.
So many things have happened because you're trying to pretend
Hmm. Everything's okay.
that everything's okay when everything is not
Absolutely.
okay.
Hmm.
So if somebody calls me, how you doing today? Today is not a good day.
Hmm.
It's just not. I'm still moving forward, but it's a struggle.
Hmm.
It's just not a good day.
Hmm.
So this has truly helped me not only going to school
Hmm.
to understand, but having a podcast. When I went to school, I had no idea I was going to end up on a faith, family, and mental health podcast.
When you went to school, I had no idea we were going to be doing this.
Right. But God prepared us.
Yes.
I went to college at age 54.
Hmm.
My number one reason. I needed to know why my dad was the way he was. I needed a question answered. And I had to go to school to get the answer. Found out my dad had PTSD.
Hmm.
And PTSD does not show up in a certain kind of way.
Yep.
It's not in a box.
Hmm.
PTSD shows up in a lot of bad ways.
Mhm.
A lot.
Yeah.
He never took drugs. He did not drink alcohol. He did not smoke, take pills, none of that.
Hmm.
But him going to war
Hmm.
changed the person on the inside. He came back looking the same on the outside, maybe a little skinnier. But on the inside, my mom said he was not the same person.
Hmm.
So I had to go to school. And I had to find out what was going on. And going to college, he died a month after I graduated in 2021.
That's
October, I graduated. He died November 7th.
Hmm.
Not even a whole month after graduation. And I asked his sister, my aunt, to speak at his funeral. Believe me, if you had told me I was going to do that, I don't think so.
I have a question. Will you ladies be selling the crochet pieces you make? I think at some point we
Mhm.
will.
Mhm.
Um, I think at some point we might,
Yeah.
but I don't.
Started off for therapy,
Well, start off with therapy.
but our inventory is broken.
Plus, the very first few things are not are not quality.
Trial and error.
Right,
Mm-hmm.
they're not quality material
Mm-mm,
for the
mm-mm,
public.
mm-mm.
But I think some of my earrings could go.
Oh yeah,
Those
your
were those ended
headbands
up
to match your
those
earrings.
ended
Yeah.
up really nice.
Mm-hmm.
And the things that we're doing now, after a year of a lot of practice,
Oh yeah.
are way better
Wait.
than the things we did at the beginning. But yeah,
But this is what look.
mhm.
I brought that up because if you're a homeschool teacher, now I know if you're in regular school, like Drake called it, real school,
Real school.
you can't crochet in class with
No.
30 students unless it's a crochet class. You see what I'm saying?
Or home ec. Do they still do home ec?
Home ec, but they don't do home ec like they taught us how to cook, they taught
Mhm.
us how to sew, they taught us how to clean.
Mhm.
I don't know what they're doing at home ec now, okay? Because
I don't think
the
they do them.
children, grandchildren I have, they are not reflecting nothing from home ec in school, okay?
Hmm.
hmm But yeah, I mentioned that because if you're a homeschool teacher
Hmm.
and you're stressed, um, try it. Take up a hobby.
Yeah, I was gonna say it doesn't have to be crochet.
No, it
Take up a
doesn't.
hobby.
It's whatever is good for you. This just happened to work for both
Right.
of us.
Well, the thing, and one of the things you say a lot, and it's true, the issue with homeschooling is your students never go away.
They never go away. We had spring break last week.
Yeah.
Guess what?
They were with us.
I'm like, why are y'all here? I'm on spring break. And then on the weekend.
Of course.
I
It's
said other
homeschool.
teachers get to leave the school and not see their students till Monday morning. Why you running around my house? I even told
I
them,
live here.
stay on your side of the house. You pretend I'm not even here, okay?
Ooh.
I don't hate homeschool.
No, she doesn't.
I
That's
don't.
one of the things that I had to learn about her
Mhm.
is her bark is way bigger than her bite. Yes, you complain about a whole bunch of stuff, but you enjoy doing it.
How you gonna air my laundry out in public? I will know. A couple of million people watching this thing.
Oh well. See, those are the pleasures of being a grandma.
Yeah, it is.
It
And
is.
for me to be able to teach my grandchildren is the best thing.
It is.
It's the best. If you tell them, I'll deny everything.
I have probably bad news for you. I'm sure at least one of them is watching.
No, they're not.
The little one probably is.
Yes, he is.
Uh-huh.
Hey, May.
I'm Mason.
Mason is my kindergarten student. He just turned 5 in February, but Mason was writing before his 5th birthday, and I'm very proud of that.
I'm very proud of him.
Mm-hmm.
And if he decides to, he can start reading because he can't.
Oh, we found out he can
Mhm.
read. He slipped up,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, he's trying to pretend that he doesn't, but he can.
yeah, he pretends like he can't read, but he does read.
Yes.
Yeah, he does.
Yes, he keeps me on my
Yes,
toes.
he does.
What? What? What?
When?
Anyway, why do we emphasize authenticity and vulnerability?
It's enough lies going on around in this world, all right? All right? You shouldn't ask that question. You knew I was going to jump on that thing. You
Okay.
got to have authenticity, okay? You got to be able to believe or trust people online.
Well, the thing for me is, you know, when if you really want to tell somebody that it's okay to but to not be okay, and it's okay to be vulnerable about your mental health and about the struggles that you're having, you have to come from a place where you can say, I'm there too, or I've been there too. So if you are, there was a conversation the other day online about parenting, And the question was like, should we listen to people who are not parents about parenting? And I said, hear me out. You have a counselor that may have a lot of information that might be good. I counsel families where I did behavioral programs for them and it worked and the kids were fine. And I counseled the parents and it was great. So I know, even though I didn't have a child at the time, I dated as a professional. Many families, perfect. But it's not the same. Once you have that child in your house, and they're yelling and they're screaming and you have sleepless nights, and you're finally after 2 hours ready to go, and they drop water on you or something worse, it's a whole different dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I was the best parent before I had a child in my life. you know she laughs at me till this day because I said, of all the I'm never gonna do, I'm never gonna do, and she to this day she laughs.
I think the worst argument we had
Yes,
was
yes.
me laughing at her being a new mom
Mm-hmm. She would did. She would make.
because she was. I'm never gonna want to be without him. I'm never gonna, and I'm like,
She would make
yes,
fun of
you
me.
will. Yes, you will. Hmm. I'm never. Oh, remember when you started off? All of his food was
Yeah, from scratch.
scratched in the
Mhm. He never
blender.
had baby food from the store.
Mm.
She would laugh at me. But here the thing, yeah, and his other mama would say, "You're trying to make him vegan." No, he was not being vegan. He was just eating healthy.
Speaking of vegan, I told him we're gonna have a party and we're gonna invite Akil
Uh huh.
and
That's his best friend.
yeah, his best friend. He said, "Well, all the food has to be vegan."
Mm-hmm.
He's
Yeah.
5,
Yeah. Because his
but
best
he knew
friend.
vegan before he was 5.
Yeah.
He said, "Well, we have to have special food because and Anu,
He's vegetarian. Yeah.
uh
His
huh,
two closest friends
two closest friends,
are vegetarian.
they
Yeah.
are vegan."
Mm-hmm.
He said Anu can't eat either. She's vegan.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yeah.
boy is very knowledgeable of vegan at the age of 5.
Yes. Uh, so yeah. So the argument we had was because you were making fun of me, and I wanted for her to understand my struggles, but she wouldn't. She just laughed at me.
It was funny.
To you.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, the point I was trying to make is when you are in a situation, you can help, which is what I expected. When you've been in a situation, and you need support, you can tell somebody else, you know what, I've been in your shoes. I understand where you're coming from. This is my
She
experience.
was too far gone.
You
She
didn't
was
even
too far gone. I
try.
mean, she was
You
too
didn't try.
far gone. I couldn't. I could not. I just all I could do is just stand there and go, "Oh Lord." Mm.
So when you've been in, like I said, in this, and for mental health, that's the thing. We need to be transparent.
Mm-hmm.
We So that you can see, we're not coming just from the book knowledge or
Mm-mm.
whatever we've learned. It's
Mm.
from experience.
Life experiences,
Right.
baby.
I can tell you how being depressed feels, how being anxious feels.
Remember when we found out we were on the same medication?
That was funny.
That was funny. The same
The exact
medication.
same medication. Yeah.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
We had never talked about it.
Mm-mm.
And then one day we were talking about something and it came and was like, I'm on this medication. I'm on this medication.
Same dosage and everything.
Same dosage
Mhm.
and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, hey,
We got kind of same kind of crazy.
a little bit.
A little bit.
Hmm.
Well, I know we've kept you guys for way longer than you needed to. I am so grateful for all of you who stayed here for these almost 2 hours.
Hmm.
Uh, Thank you for all the well wishes. Thank you for being part of our life. When we tell you that you are part of the Thrive community, those are not just words. We
We
really mean it. You are part of our life, and we are so grateful for your support, your prayers, and your presence.
yes. Ditto, what she said.
And then How do we finish?
Don't forget to thrive.
Have a blessed night.
Good night.